FCIB may soon be the last Canadian-owned bank in St. Lucia. Days after regulators blocked CIBC's proposed sale to Colombian billionaire Jamie Gilinski, news broke that the operations of their competitor, RBC, are on track to becoming owned by indigenous institutions from the Eastern Caribbean.
The ECCB has approved the application for the sale of the RBC operations in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union to a consortium of indigenous or national banks. That process is now moving forward, and an announcement will be made in due course. But the idea is to conclude that transaction not too long from now. So that is moving forward. In fact, I can tell you only yesterday, we submitted to the finance ministers a vesting order or vesting orders, which is an important legal instrument to transfer assets from one bank or bank entity or banking entity to another. So that process is moving forward.
This news comes over a year after the intended sale was initially announced. While we understand that the recent ECCB approval is subject to specific conditions being met, the nature of these conditions has not yet been disclosed. So, what exactly does this mean for RBC's operations in the region? Let's first revisit who the buyers are. The consortium includes First National Bank St. Lucia, Antigua Commercial Bank, National Bank of Dominica, the Bank of Montserrat, and the Bank of Nevis Limited. This was previously explained by First National Bank's Managing Director, Jonathan Johannes.
People think that the consortium has formed a company and they're going to operate this new entity. That's not how the transaction is actually structured. What has happened is we have formed this loose consortium where we cooperated on this transaction to make it as simple and as seamless for our partner as possible. So instead of dealing with 5 entities, they spoke to us as if we were one. But legally, we are still 5.
The sale itself encompasses 7 branches of the Royal Bank of Canada, 1 each in Antigua, Dominica, and Montserrat, and 2 locations each in St. Lucia and St. Kitts and Nevis. It also includes the regional businesses operating under RBC Financial Caribbean Limited. These are RBTT Bank St. Kitts and Nevis Limited in Nevis, RBTT Grenada Limited, RBC Royal Bank Holdings EC Limited, and RBTT Bank Caribbean Limited, both in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
First National is taking St. Lucia and St. Vincent. ACB in Antigua, they are going to be taking the Antigua operation. Nevis, Bank of Nevis is actually in the Nevis and the St. Kitts operation. Montserrat is doing theirs, Dominica is doing theirs. So at the end of the day, the end state will see, I guess they call it the Regal Lion, being taken off the buildings once we get to that stage. And we'll have to rebrand those in St. Lucia and St. Vincent to First National Bank.
While it was initially intended that the consortium would have equal shares in RBC's Grenada operations, this plan has since been adjusted. We understand that Antigua Commercial Bank is now likely to obtain those operations in addition to the Antigua branch. The intended RBC sale represents the latest in a string of reports concerning Canadian financial institutions seeking to reduce their presence in the region in recent years. For Choice News Now, Amani Mathre reporting.